like to talk to you now about triangulation. This is creating a three-dimensional bubble around every motion that you perform. And when we partner that in this concept, specifically with the Pro6 from PowerPlate, with the cable implementation and the cable abilities, this becomes extremely powerful for you as a user. So let's quickly look at what triangulation is. Triangulation is simply three-dimensional space. It gives you three aspects of motion, tri and the angulations. And they are the direction that you can move, which are your planes of motion. Which direction are you going to move? Is it going to be forward and back, more side to side? Are you going to create rotation or anything in between? So it's your compass. Where are you going to move when you move? We have direction, we have the height. So how high is this motion going to be? So we're starting to build this bubble. I have a direction, I have a height to this bubble. So it's from the ground or from the base that I'm standing on all the way up above me. So this is my height. So when I'm moving, am I going to move at chest height? Am I going to move at head height? Or am I going to move overhead? So I have the ability to change the height. And also distance. The third component is distance. How far away am I going to move from my base? Direction, height, distance. That's triangulation. The beginning position is where you start. The driver is what's moving, and the triangulation is where is it going. So for example, if I'm standing here and I'm going to do a bilateral hand pressing motion, let's say my beginning position is left foot forward, so I'm in an L stance, and I want my bilateral hands to go in a pressing motion. Well, I can press at chest height, I can press at head height, I can press it overhead. So that tells me the height that I can go to. I can now go in a different direction. So I can press more lateral, or I can press more off-center. I can press one way or the other, so I can change my direction. I can go different heights, and I can go different distances. So I can reach out and get farther away, or I can stay closer to my body. So now I have these three components for every movement. So a simple pressing exercise can now change in a multitude of different ways, because I can press here, I can press here, I can press over here, I can go out farther and reach way out there. I can go higher, I can go lower, so I have all these new abilities with every motion. From a squat standpoint, if I'm just squatting on a plate, I don't have to squat just up and down, because my driver is my pelvis. I know my driver. I can change the beginning position, and now if I know what my driver is, I can squat laterally. So squat and turn like we do in everyday life. Change the beginning position and squat and turn. And squat and turn. So I can squat lower, I can squat up high, I can squat with a shift. So I have all these different abilities now with every exercise. Take that concept of triangulation, direction of motion that you're moving, the height that you move at, and the distance that you move at. Put those together, combine it with your beginning position and or the drivers by adding drivers or manipulating where the driver goes, and now you have three very powerful systems that comprise one big system to manipulate any movement you have. We hope that helps you. We hope that's beneficial. Keep your eye out for a lot of different videos that show applications to this. But now that you have an understanding, you can see that there's a whole lot of open space out there for a lot of new movement and a lot of enjoyment. Thank you.